Thank you for joining us today. As we start, we want to start with our press release. Today is March 26th, 2024, and Canada Goose will be announcing today that a restructuring of its global operations, which include a reduction of approximately 17% of our workforce. The move is part of a broader effort to streamline the company's organizational structure and strengthen its long-term strategic position. Today, you'll hear from each person of our team, but for now, I'm going to pass it off to our CEO, Maya Hollander.
Hello, and thank you for being here today. Over the past year, we've been navigating a changing business environment, including shifts in customer demand, broader economic pressures, and the need to operate more efficiently in an increasingly competitive market. After careful consideration, we've made the difficult decision to restructure parts of our organization, which unfortunately means a reduction in some roles across the company. I want to be very clear. This decision is not a reflection of the dedication, performance, or value of our people. Rather, it is driven by broader organizational needs to ensure the long-term strength and sustainability of Canada Goose. We understand that this is difficult news, and we are committed to handling this process with respect, honesty, and empathy. To those who will be impacted, we are incredibly grateful. Your contributions have helped shape who we are as an organization. To those who remain, we recognize that this may create uncertainty, and we are committed to supporting you as we move forward together. At this point, I'd like to pass it over to Susan, our Chief Operating Officer, who will walk you through more details, including why this is happening, the timeline, and the support available to our employees.
Thank you, Maya. First, we want to talk about why the downsizing is happening. There are external economic influences. We've come across some challenging consumer environments, warmer weather, which is a drive for sustainable manufacturing. We've come across tariffs, taxes, inflation, and international fines. We want to simplify our organizational structure. We want to increase efficiency and optimize operations. We also want to be able to ensure our corporate strategies. And so our next steps include the next stage of growth, which is our geography among categories and channels. We want to increase our margin expansion. We want to invest in key in initiatives, our brand design and operations. When will the downsizing happen? We want to roll out a multi-phase rollout strategy. We want it to be slow. We want to take our time and do this right. And so it will follow a multi-phase strategy. It'll start this year in 2024 with our initial corporate layoffs and combining our roles. When we look to our future in 2025, we're going to be investing in products, product mix, our margin expansion. And then into 2026, plans for further alignment will be reserved. And now I'm going to pass it off to Rowan, our Chief People Officer.
As Chief People Officer, this is one of the most difficult decisions we have had to make. Our priority is to treat every impacted employee with dignity, transparency, and meaningful support throughout this transition. Canada Goose is committed to supporting all employees, those directly impacted and those continuing with the organization, through every stage of this process. For the positions affected by layoffs, we will give advanced notice in compliance with employment standards. We will be arranging for managers to have training to ensure compassionate and consistent communication to keep everyone up to date during this transition. During this transition, we will have individual meetings that will be held with impacted employees. Those employees will receive comprehensive severance packages, including a continuation of benefits that will be aligned with tenure and regulations. There will be access to ongoing confidential counseling and mental health resources, and dedicated HR support for questions related to compensation, benefits, and next steps. After the transition, there will be career transition support, including outplacement services, resume coaching, and job search assistance. Networking support and references will be provided to assist affected employees securing new opportunities. There will also be support for remaining employees that will include team check-ins, workload management, and leadership accessibility. In the coming weeks, Canada Goose will be focusing on ensuring all impacted employees receive timely support and resources, maintaining open communication with employees, customers, and stakeholders, realigning teams and priorities to support long-term business goals, and investing in employee engagement and rebuilding trust across the organization. We are deeply grateful for the contributions of our colleagues who are leaving us, and we are committed to supporting them in their next chapter and to moving forward with care, clarity, and responsibility. And now I will hand it over to the Executive Assistant to the COO, Kiana Bellucci.
So first, I want to acknowledge that today's changes have been difficult for everybody, and we want to make sure that our employees get to stay well informed with as much information as possible. So managers and all management will be available to answer any questions that they may have. We would also like to note that our colleagues who were impacted by the downsizing were valued members of the team, and we are grateful for their contributions. To support them during this transition, the organization ensured that those leaving receive comprehensive benefit and severance packages designed to provide stability and assistance as they move forward. Furthermore, as many may feel they have new responsibilities to fill in the roles those who are gone left behind, the option for retraining and new training will be added to include these extra responsibilities taken on and aid in employable skills in the long run. Finally, we're doing a reevaluation of our downsizing policy, where employees will receive advance warnings about downsizing going on in future, which will allow you to know what to expect and reduce any stress you may have later. I'm now going to hand it over to our VP and Head of Public Relations and Marketing.
As the VP and Head of Public Relations and Marketing at Canada Goose, I want to speak openly and honestly about an important next step our company is taking and how we are ensuring that all stakeholders will remain informed, supported, and heard throughout this process. Communication is our priority, and it is essential when an organization undergoes downsizing. To make sure every stakeholder, especially those who are financially invested in our company, understands what is happening, we will continue to remain communicative throughout this process. First, we will be taking a proactive approach to keep stakeholders informed by distributing regular, consistent newsletters and communications outlining details of the downsizing process. Updates will explain how changes may impact operations and investments while reinforcing the long-term rationale behind our decision, while simultaneously reinforcing the long-term resilience that will be built throughout our downsizing plan. Second, we will be taking steps to manage how information is shared publicly. To ensure the correct information is disseminated and does not overwhelm our shareholders, we will contact the media in advance to be proactive with the press. Not only will this ensure balanced coverage, but it will prevent people from being shocked by the news before the company is ready to answer key questions for our stakeholders. We aim to reduce confusion, prevent misinformation, and ensure that stakeholders are not caught off guard by external reports before they have heard directly from us. Finally, we will remain committed to maintaining open and direct dialogue by hosting Q&A sessions for stakeholders and creating a safe place where questions can be addressed. These sessions will allow for open communication where stakeholders can seek clarity, which will help them better understand the forces at play in our decision making. All managers will be trained on all facts related to downsizing and will deliver answers to stakeholders with a case, ensuring everyone is on the same page and well informed in any way they may need. Keeping existing employees, survivors, and stakeholders in the loop through this downsizing is our top priority to ensure a smooth transition to new processes for our company. We understand change is challenging, but through open communication, honesty, and preparation, we are confident in our ability to move forward together. Thank you.